And now, please welcome to the stage the Director of Development for the EverQuest franchise, Dave Georgeson.
Well, hi there, everybody. And of course, we're here to talk about Landmark. But not everybody out there understands why I have this little scooter thing. So I thought I'd inflict some pain on you and show you that what was supposed to happen was your ankle bone supposed to be connected to your leg bone. But the doctor tells me that I'm going to be healed real soon. So I should be walking again sometime. Anyway, so let's talk about Landmark, because that's what everybody's here for, and that's what everybody out there on Twitch and Twitchland is here for. We want to talk about Landmark and the fact that the game started out, well, it started out as a way for you to help us build Norath together so that we could work together as a team to build this new world. But it's evolved into something that's a lot more than that, something that's truly unique. And we've made amazing progress in the last couple of years since we had this idea. But to give you some perspective on where we started and how far we've come since then, we put together a video that shows you some of the really early progress, some of the original building tools, our early character experiments, as well as some of the dev team build-outs that we were doing with the original tools back when we were in the black box before last year's SOE Live. Enjoy. Those people are all made out of voxels. So those were the first generation tools, and they were pretty cool, but the interface was stupidly complex. And so we kind of fell back and punted, and we realized that we needed to make it more approachable. We needed to make the game more fun to use. And so we decided to concentrate in on 7 basic building tools and then pack them full of as much creative power as we possibly could. And then when we were ready, we decided to open up the doors for alpha. We let all you guys pile in, and that's where the magic really started. The heck of it is, that doesn't even scratch the surface for what's in the game right now. The longer you guys get to play with those building tools, the better you get, and the worlds are just simply becoming incredible. But building tools are really just the starting place for Landmark. Even though we've been doing it now for a while, it's really just where we're beginning. You've heard a lot of us say all the time, yeah, it looks like a building game right now, but it's going to be so much more. Well, today is the day where the rubber hits the road. And let's start off with a bit of universe rationale because, well, Landmark's never had any lore before, so let's talk a little bit about what the worlds of Landmark are. The worlds of Landmark are right next door to all of the other worlds that have ever existed. They're just a slight sidestep across the dimensional barriers from all the other, from everywhere. And throughout time, on all these possible worlds of the multiverses, there have always been a few people that can pierce those barriers and then find these worlds where technology and magic exist side by side. Those people are called travelers, and all of you are travelers. You've claimed these worlds as your own, and now you get to make them magnificent. So that gives you a little bit of a lore wrapper to, if you want to role play and play around with your characters. All of you are from somewhere else, and you've piled into the worlds of Landmark. But that doesn't tell us at all what the game of Landmark is like. Right now, of course, the game revolves mostly around the building tools. And the reason why we have the building tools first is because we can't build anything else without the building tools, so we had to do those first. And so right now, the main types of players that really love Landmark are basically builders, decorators, explorers, and crafters. And that is exactly the right foundation for a good MMO community because these are the people that make things happen inside of a virtual world. So we could not be happier with the community that we have for this game. But building is just the beginning, and now it's time for phase 2. And as with many good things, it starts with something simple. On Wednesday, August 27th, 2 weeks from now, we all become mortal. Three new stats are coming into the game: health, armor, and energy. Armor protects health. And you can see these bars on the left here. The one on the outside, the yellow bar, is your armor bar, and the one inside is the health. The armor's protecting the health. As you take damage, your armor's going to whittle away. If you run away real quick and don't take damage for a while, your armor will regenerate back up. But if you run out of armor, you'll start taking health damage. And when you run out of health, you're going to die. And we'll talk a lot more about that in the Combat and Landmark panel, so make sure you don't miss that. But then there's also energy, and energy powers all of your heroic movement abilities as well as your combat abilities. So you'll need to manage your energy to be able to do the things that you want to do and adopt the game's play styles that you want to play. So since now most of the players in the world are going to have a new goal, which is not die, we thought we'd go ahead and put together a video and show you some players that failed at that goal. Oops, there you go.
Come on.
We know most of you want to stay alive. So, if you're going to take off into dangerous territories, and I'm telling you, the caves are going to get dangerous, you're going to need good gear. And in Landmark, your abilities always come from your items. If you want new abilities, you need to equip new items. So to get things started, again on August 27th, we're going to introduce 3 new basic weapons into the game. On August 27th, you'll get the Conjurer's Staff, the Soldier's Blade, and the Marksman's Bow. And just to prove you that we're actually doing work, we're going to show that to you live over here with the dev team on these systems. Hey, dev team. Okay, so first of all, we're going to show you the Conjurer's Staff. And the Conjurer's Staff is pretty awesome. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you that every single one of these weapons has 2 abilities. There's a left-click ability, your basic attack, and there's a right-click ability, your alternate attack. So on the Conjurer's Staff, the energy burst is your basic attack, your left-click attack. And it shoots a pattern of 9 energy bolts out in like a shotgun sort of style pattern. And it looks like this. Okay, so then you also have the right-click attack, and that's always your alternate ability, and it does a little bit of damage. This ability is called Gravity Shock. It does a little bit of damage, and it also creates a snare bubble that slows down your opponents so that you can pick them off at your leisure. So that's the Conjurer's Staff. And now... Now we'll show you the Soldier's Blade. Soldier's Blade does exactly what you would expect it. The left-click ability is a slash, which deals damage to your target and also destroys terrain. So you can see it's chipping away at the wall behind there. Some abilities do more, some abilities do less. And then the right-click ability is Battle Rush, which charges you to and through your opponent, doing damage to them, staggering them real hard, and also regenerating some of your armor. Okay, so that's the staff and the blade. Now let's talk about the Marksman's Bow. The Marksman's Bow does, of course, the left click does exactly what you'd expect it to do. It fires an arrow. It's called a quick shot, which can be rapid fired for damage. And then the right click ability is called Sniper's Mark. It does damage also, but more importantly, it marks your target, and then when you start using quick shot against it, you do double the damage and you stagger your target. So that's the 3 basic weapons that we're going to introduce on August 27th. Okay, so the basic weaponry you just saw is all player crafted. And later on, we're also going to introduce epic weaponry, which you'll find as loot, both from cave chests and when you kill monsters. So let's take a look at some of the concept art for some of these epic weaponries. So this is a heavenly sword and shield. You'll be seeing more of that later. This is the fire staff. Fire sword and shield. And then the shadow sword and shield. And just to show you, like, all these epic weaponries, of course, have abilities of their own, because if you want different abilities, you have to equip different items. So we made a quick movie to show you what the fire sword and shield is like in action. As the Marines say, you can run, but you'll just die tired. All right, so once we get salvage into the game later on, you can collect this epic gear, and you can actually break it down and make items of even greater rarity out of the pieces. So there's lots and lots and lots that'll be coming in. And of course, you can only equip one weapon at a time normally, but multiple items can be equipped together if they're crafted as a set. As an example, when you equip the fire sword, when you craft the fire sword, it's something that you can just click the button and you equip it. And it does, of course, what you just saw in that movie. But then if you craft the fire sword plus shield, the abilities will be different than when it was just the fire sword. Like, for instance, in this example, it might be a fire aura that protects you by damaging your opponents when they hit you. So there's different ways that you can combine this stuff together, and it lets us keep a really tight game balance going forward. We'll also soon be adding armor to the game. And basic armor, of course, will be craftable, but it'll even be able to be upgraded and improved when we add the item imbuing system later on. You keep hearing us talk about crafting 2.0. It's coming. Soon, TM. But armor isn't just defense in this game. Like all the other items, it also has abilities. So when you equip armor, you get certain abilities, which means that you should choose your armor based on the type of gameplay that you want to embrace. I'll show you some examples. This particular armor is designed to reward people that like to play long-range gameplay styles. When you wear it, your ability ranges increase, and you get bonuses whenever you trigger hard-to-use abilities, like abilities that require channeling or long casting times. Got that? Cool. So this armor is designed for people that love to move around, people that really like heroic movement. It reduces energy costs for heroic movement, and it can also grant bonuses for specific kinds of movement combinations. It's a different kind of game. All right, and then we also have armor for those that like to be up close and personal with their enemies. When you equip this armor, you get better health and armor regeneration speeds, as well as some pretty cool bonuses when you get hit a lot or hit by certain kinds of weapons. There's a lot of different kinds of armor in the game, and not only will they look different, because we're genre agnostic in Landmark, so we'll have sci-fi and modern and fantasy kinds of different gear for you to equip, but also the armor has different abilities, so as you collect more pieces, you'll have more variety of options during any kind of combat situation. So, what does the gear protect you against? Damage, and damage usually comes from monsters. So if you're curious about how our monsters think and act, make sure that you check out the AI panel, because the Storybricks guys are here, and we've been doing a lot of work with them, and we've got some stuff to tell you, but way too much detail for this keynote, so go to the panel and check that out. But meanwhile, we thought you'd like to take a look at the monsters that we're going to be introducing into Landmark over the next month. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets. So, what monsters are going to show up first in the game? And the answer is the most dangerous monsters of all. You guys. See, we knew that basically we wanted to hone in on the combat and the fun factor, we wanted to hone in on the fun factor of combat and really start to pick apart the style, the buttons that you press, the feel of it all, and basically the best way that we could get feedback for all of that stuff is to be able to set it up so you guys could beat on each other. So August 27th, we're going to be introducing player versus player combat into Landmark. Now, some of you didn't clap, and I know why you didn't clap. Because you're afraid you're going to get your butts handed to you. But the trick is that PvP in Landmark is completely consensual, and it's claim-based. And we'll show you that in a minute. So setting up a PvP game is incredibly easy. You build your map, whatever you want it to be, and then you throw down some game set objects, and they take care of all the rules. You just play. And to show you how easy it is to set that up, we're going to set a battlefield up for you live right now with the dev team. Right now. So, this object right here, I'm sure you'll recognize. This is a game table, and when you put this object down, this is one of the pieces in a game set. When you put down the game table, this is what allows you to pick the type of PvP game you want to play on your claim. Now, the first three game types that we're going to be adding to the game are Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and the one that we're going to demo today, which is Capture and Hold. Okay? Then we also have a couple of other game set objects that you'll be using, the first of which is a control point. That's the control point. And so particularly like when we're playing Capture and Hold, that means that people need to go there and click it, and then they defend it, and they rack up points for their team until the other team comes in and beats them up and takes it. So that's a control point. And then of course we also need respawn points, which look like this. There's red spawns and blue spawns if you're playing team games. And you can put those anywhere you want to, and you can put any number of them you want to into the game so that you can randomize between your spawn points. It's really that simple to build a game. And to demonstrate how simple it is, we're going to use that same thing that we just set up, and then we're going to go ahead and run a 4x4 game with the devs playing off against each other. So as to be, watch this for a couple of minutes, and we'll get it going. Dev team ready? Okay, let's start her up. Apparently there's a delay in the microphone. 5, 4, 3, 2, hoo-hoo. Yeah, okay, it's gonna start any second now. 1, there we go. Where are you guys? This worked really well in dress rehearsal, I'll just tell you. There we go. Now the style of action you're seeing is just our initial take on the combat. So we're gonna let it run like this, and then we're gonna get the feedback from you guys on whether it's too fast, too slow, what kinds of things you want, and then we'll react just like we always do with all of our other things. So this is our first blush experience, but as you can see, it's pretty robust, and you can do a lot with those 3 basic weapons that we showed you earlier. How's red team doing, Darren? Now, of course, this is a little bit staged. People wouldn't necessarily always fight just in the courtyard like this, and of course, they're not really trying to get the control points because if there's a give and take between the teams, these games can last 20 minutes if you want them to. And we really don't want to play for 20 minutes and watch you guys fall asleep in the presentation theater. So, we're showing you this combat right now, and you can see the kinds of action that it is, and then when this is finished, there should be a scoreboard that pops up. There we go. So team 1 wins, again, like every time we play. It's a mystery, I swear. Okay, so, also coming on the 27th, your PvP battlefields will be able to start using the first in a long series of hazardous objects, and the first of which is the landmine. And the landmine's a lot of fun, and so we'll show you a video of that now. That's what happened to my leg, yep. Landmines can be found in chests, but they're also craftable. And currently, they can only be used in PvP battlefields. But I'll tell you after a little bit, there's another thing that we were experimenting with where they were stupidly fun, so we'll see. Oh, and by the way, if for any of you who are using the EverQuest World phone app, and you've been doing the quests here at the show, you might have gotten a prize that said landmark mystery items. Well, we didn't want all the data miners out there to be able to figure out what we had ahead of time, so that's actually a pack of landmines, and it'll turn into one soon. So play the game. Okay, so let's keep a tally going. So far, landmark is building, exploring, crafting, PvP, and soon monsters in PvE. But there's more to come. So because there's some stuff we haven't even talked to you about, there's some stuff that we thought was really important to have in the game, and we kind of wanted to surprise you with it. So we're adding a highly versatile set of interactive objects to the game. And on August 27th, you'll get teleporters, flingers, and moving platforms. And once again, we're going to show those to you live. First, we're going to talk about teleporters. And Darren McPherson's going to show us an example. When you drop down the teleporting item, it consists of 2 pieces. And you can move those to anywhere you want to. And then it's as simple as stepping on one to teleport to the other one. That simple. So it's very easy to use. And then the next piece is a flinger. And a flinger consists of two pieces also, so when you set that down, you can rotate it around, and that flinger piece is obvious, and then there's that small little destination cube. Move that to anywhere you want to, and all the arcs and everything like that are calculated for you, so that when you step on the flinger, you'll go right to that cube. You can also adjust the strength of that so that, like, for instance, if you wanted to put a flinger here in the cube right on the other side of a wall, you can make the arc really high or shallow or whatever you want to do. And then the last piece we wanted to show you is the moving platforms. When you put down a moving platform object, it consists of three pieces: the two docks on the end and the moving platform itself. To be able to make the moving platform go where you want to, all you have to do is move the dock to a different position. Once you move that dock to another spot, the platform automatically starts moving there. And once again, you can adjust the strength on that platform to adjust the speed on it so that you can have a lot of fun doing platformish stuff. Okay, so in addition to showing you off this kind of stuff, we also wanted to put together a little fun video because we can't resist playing with the toys either. This is an internal thing that we were doing while we were waiting for bugs to get fixed. And there's still more coming after that. Because when we introduce monsters, we're also going to give you the AI editing tools. And beyond that, we'll be building out the really robust set of game mastering tools so that you can start building scenarios and making your dreams truly come to life. So we are setting you up for magnificence. Because right now, you've got the building tools. On the 27th, you're going to start getting the platforming elements. You'll get the PvP games and the game set objects. You'll get the new monsters and the AI tools, and then later this year, you'll also get the game mastering set of tools. And when you take all of that and you add you and all your amazing creativity, you finally get to see what Landmark will truly become. You are creating and living in a new universe. All of your dreams have a home here. You just have to be brave enough to build it. This is all yours. Thank you. Mark Tuttle. There's supposed to be somebody on stage now. This is cool. Yeah, I guess let's just get ready for EverQuest next, I guess. What time is it? There we go. Hey, Mark Tuttle, how are you? Good morning.
Well, hi. See, my job at SOE is basically to fill time. So when Dave leaves the stage and there's no one there, it's like, all right, I guess I got to go do this. How you guys doing? Yeah? Doing good? Everybody, what'd you think of this stuff? No, wait. I wasn't talking about Landmark. I was talking about me up on the screen. Well, I guess I don't have as many prizes as I thought I had. So, we got some stuff to give away here. You guys don't like station cash at all, do you? This table's like, I like station cash, yeah. All right. Do we have the randomizer? Where is it? Oh, yes. Let me tell you what we got. Don't start it yet. So, for those of you that aren't following, we've got some brand new cards coming out, which are all Landmark themed. Have you guys seen these? Nice $20 station cash cards. Oh, it even smells like, well, plastic, but. So these are interesting. This is the Walmart $20 card, which you'll find in most Walmarts. Now, We are working on getting these online as well. So if your local Walmart's not carrying them, you'll be able to get these online. So we're working hard on that right now. The cool thing about this card, if you haven't heard, when you buy this $20 card, on top of getting the 2,000 station cash, you also get a random item bundle with the card. So there's 5 different bundles of some really cool stuff that you get. So every time you buy a card, you get station cash, you also get a little gift with that as well. So that's just from us to you guys to make sure that when you get this, you get something cool. All right? Now, so that's Walmart at GameStop. And I don't mean to turn this into a huge commercial. Well, I really do mean to turn this into a huge commercial. At GameStop, we've got a slightly different card. This is the limited edition collector's card. Everyone say, ooh. And there's always one guy going, ah. It's not because he's impressed. It's because he's hungover. He's going, oh, God. Anyway, so what this is an orange card, right? See the foil? Can you all see that? Shiny? Ooh, yeah. This is a $20 card that grants 2,500 station cash. Who's really good at math in Las Vegas early in the morning? So how much bonus station cash does this give you? Who said 324? 500, yeah. These are limited cards. When these are gone, they're gone. So these will hit stores on the 18th of August, which is somewhere in the near future. Honest to God, I don't even know what day it is today. So anyway, and this card also has a bundle of goodies with it. So not only do you get 500 station cash, not only do you get the limited edition collector's card, you also get the bonus item. So what do I have to do to put you in a station cash card today? All right, give every single person one. All right, let's spin the randomizer. Go ahead. All right, and by the way, we pulled this list from the EQ2 Landmark Next Track. So hopefully you're here. Lauren, EQ player. Where's Lauren? Still recovering. Going once, going twice, spin it again. By the way, remember the drinking game. When they're not here, you got to take a shot. I know it's 9 a.m. Off. No. Oh. Lay low, lil. Azel. This is why no one talks to you in chat. I'm pretty sure this was my cab driver on the way here. What? Cab drivers can't play EQ? Is this person here? No? Okay, spin it again, one more time. This is just cruel. Faith from EQ. Faith from EQ. Wow. I'm going to do this one more time. Make it a what? All right, I want everybody to concentrate really hard. Everybody do this. All right, spin it again. Alariandar. Your name is now Alariandar. All right, spin it again. If I see a landmark name, I'm going to grab it. What? It's broken. Here, you're exactly right. Here you go. There you go. All right. You know, in 10 years, he's going to be up here. Don't get too excited. Go to college first, trust me. All right, spin it again, please. How much time do I have to keep doing this? 20 minutes. Ron Dragonsbane. Oh, you're here. I am not going to give you one because of that. All right, spin it again, please. No. Tim, this is going exactly as well as I told you it would. Tenorian. It's what? It's close to it? Your name starts with a T? Get up here! There you go. Hey, bunny ears. Come up here, sweetie. Now, we had this conversation in the bar last night, which is how a lot of good stories at SOE Live start. You're getting married, right? On Sunday? And guess what? Everybody here is invited. What's your fiance's name?
Amin.
Where is he?
Right over there.
He's right there? All right, right. We had a great time in the bar last night. You're getting married at the chapel right across the way here, right? Is that correct? Is Elvis going to marry you guys? What? Elvis was too expensive. So what did you get, like Carrot Top? What's lower on the menu from Elvis there? What? Don't know. No, not Brittany. She's mine. Tell you what, would you like a loot card or would you like a station cash card? Oh, it's a. Look, it's their first decision together. Wait a minute. Let me explain something to you about married life. Who's married here? What mistake did she just make? What you should have said was, honey, here's the decision that I've made. This sounds really good to you, right? What would you like? She's going for the station cash. She's going for the money. Remember that. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. What? Wear the ears on Saturday? Oh, you need the ears on Saturday. Okay. Maybe. Okay. What? You got married yesterday? Did you get Elvis? I don't want to talk to you. All right. Has anyone in this room been married by Elvis? What was he wearing? Do you have a picture? Let me see. Let me see. You're going to pull it up. You got married by Elvis and you're having trouble finding the picture. Look on your Facebook. It's the last entry. You got... I'm not even repeating that one. Oh, my God. That's what? Can you, are you going to be able to do this? Let's see. Can you see this here? Oh, thank you very much. I'll say, does this, can we focus in on that? There we go. Look at that. That is... Boy, when you guys came to the landmark panel, you had no idea this was going to happen, did you? All right. So here's what I don't have. I don't have any more station cash cards, but here I'll give you the an extra loot card, which is a $35 card. So that's good. All right. What? Okay. One more. I got another loot card. Randomizer. Help with that. You're playing the game in this room. See, everyone knows that's a lie because the internet sucks in here. You're what? You pay $25 for the internet? Oh, we'll just jump on your system then. All right, here. I'll give her one because she's obviously terrible with money. There you go. All right, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm done for right now. Please applaud. Sure. You know, I realize what I'm going to do next year. I'm gonna get ordained, and I'm just going to do weddings right here at SOE Live. Just line them up. So, can you guys wait a year? Now, I want to point out, she said, sure. And he got scared. He's like, what? I might dress as Elvis. Okay, do you take this woman who's wearing a bunny? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Terry Michaels back to the stage, please.
And Colette.
He doesn't want to welcome me to the stage. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't forget Colette's coming up here as well.
Hi.
So.
Hey, everybody. Terry and I are here to talk to you a little bit about the other landmark stuff you can expect to see this weekend, what panels we've got going on, where you need to be if you want to be chatting with us about the game.
And if you haven't already seen the schedule, then shame on you.
Yeah. And just so you know, we do have an iOS app as well as a version of the schedule available on Android, Windows Phone. Everybody look at Omid.
Yes.
And BlackBerry that you can get from our friends at EQ2 Wire. Or you can get it out of the App Store if you have the iOS app. And that's a way to get the schedule. And we also have the schedule posted on monitors, TV monitors all around.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to give you a heads up today if you want to take a few notes. The next thing that is landmark based is today at noon, you can come hang out with me and some of the volunteer guides. We're going to be doing our live quest, which is a dice playing game.
Because Landmark doesn't have quests.
Yes. So we'll see how your luck with the RNG is with that. Space is limited. It starts at noon across the hall in Melrose 4 if you'd like to come hang out. And there will be prizes for the 6 highest scorers. So you'll want to be there for that.
And then the first panel is today at, I believe, 2?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, and that's all about the building tools. Now, it may have been a little bit misleading about what we're going to be talking about there. It's really about the future, you know, how we got to where we are right now and what we're going to be doing over the next few months. There's some really crazy stuff in there. I know Jeff Butler, who is sitting at the table over here, is very excited to talk to you about some of the things that are going to be coming up, what we're planning, and some really crazy ideas. We don't know if we can accomplish them, but something we'd really like to get to. So show up for that one and hear about some of those cool plans.
For anyone who's following me on Twitter, it was that rehearsal that I was tweeting the, hey, guess what I can't tell you about that you get to see this weekend? That's the panel. So you'll want to be there for that.
Yeah, all of the panels have really good information.
Absolutely.
And then both for Landmark and EverQuest Next when we have those as well.
And if you haven't been here before and haven't seen it yet, what happens is this room that we are in right now actually transforms into 3 different rooms. So that panel will be in Celebrity 4, which is this center section right here.
We get the big stage.
We get a big stage. And those are the 2 landmark things we have going on today. Tomorrow, Saturday, August 16th. Not that anybody keeps track of what day it is in Vegas, but
we're gonna have a tech panel with some of you guys may know Steve Klug, who's also over. Actually, he's on this side, hiding behind the monitors. So Steve is going to have a tech panel. talking about how we put together the islands of Landmark, as well as a couple of other people are going to be sitting on the panel with them. Some of you may know Miguel Cepero from Voxel Farm. He's going to be on that panel as well, so you'll get to hear about some of the things that he's working on alongside us and how we're working together to create the amazing world of Landmark with all of the ability to change all the time. So that's going to be fun.
All right.
And then we have...
at 2 o'clock tomorrow, we have the Combat in Landmark panel.
Which I know you guys don't care about. I saw how you guys reacted during the keynote. No one was interested in combat.
Can you grant me one of those fire swords, like just now? I really need one of those things.
I think
if I don't get one, you don't get one.
Well, I was going to say it's the other way
first.
around. If we gave you one, I'd have to give everybody one.
Oh man!
So
you're not getting one either.
So unfortunately, for those of you that know me, the answer is very simply no.
No, I mean the weapons are amazing, and it is just part of it. So the Combat and Landmark panel will be tomorrow at 2.
And then on Sunday after the dev brunch, which I know all of you are going to. Oh wait, we missed one.
I'm gonna cut him off. We have one more.
Oh yeah, that's right.
One more tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Recently, I believe it was at E3 this year, we announced that we have partnered with Curse and Gamepedia for the official Landmark Wiki, and they are going to do a panel to talk about how you guys can get involved and how you can contribute to that wiki and really help your fellow players and all of that stuff. So please make sure you come to that panel. That is also tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Right, and then I was mentioning on Sunday for the Q&A, because I'm sure you guys have tons of questions, and we aren't always available, but you can find us anytime during the show. And actually, can I have the dev team stand up? There's some in the back and some on either side for Landmark and EQ Next. Can you guys stand up? So if you see any of these people, yeah, give them a round of applause. If you see any of these guys or girls around, please stop us, talk to us. I know I've talked to probably 30 or 40 of you in the past day, and I expect to talk to a couple hundred more. But really, find time, stop us in the halls, talk to us if you got questions. But if you don't find one of us or you can't pin Jeff or Steve down on an answer, come to the Q&A and see if maybe I'll let them answer the question when I'm moderating that. But we'll have an hour for you guys to just basically hit us with as many questions as you guys want. And there's one other one, which we didn't talk about. We have...
Oh, tonight?
Well...
6.
Yes, we have that's the different one. But
never mind.
Sorry about that. If you guys want to, I pimp this every time. Like tonight at 6 o'clock, we have a live stream panel for EverQuest Next, all about the combat. So you know that we're working on both Landmark and EverQuest Next together. So you can get some ideas from that panel as well about how we're going to be moving forward with combat in Landmark at the same time. So definitely come check that out. But I was actually talking about the autograph session.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is tomorrow from 3 to 5. If you have swag, anything EverQuest, EverQuest 2, Landmark, EverQuest Next theme. After all, this is the year of EverQuest, and I know you guys, everybody out there should be excited about that. We are celebrating 10 years of EverQuest 2 and 15 years of EverQuest, which is just so amazing for us. And so what we're going to do is tomorrow, from 3 to 5, there are a bunch of the devs are going to be in Melrose 123, which is where the silent auction is. If you haven't seen that yet, there's some really cool stuff. You should go check it out. And it's where the dev lounge is. We're going to have some folks in there signing anything that you have that's EverQuest, EverQuest 2, Landmark, EQN, the cool poster y'all got in your swag bag would be a really good option. People who have been with the EverQuest franchise and family for years will be signing from 3 to 5 tomorrow, so make sure you stop by for that.
Yeah, and in particular, we have Rosie Rappaport, who's over here, and Jeff Butler, who have been part of the EverQuest team from pretty much the beginning. They were on EQ. Rosie was the art director for EverQuest 2. And then, of course, for EverQuest Next. So we have some people who've been at the company and on these games for a very long time. So come out and we'll sign whatever you bring. Just make sure that it's kid-friendly.
Yes, please. It is Vegas. We have to remind you people of that.
Yes.
All right, folks, what we are going to do now is we are going to take a very, very quick stretch break. Let some more people come in if you have other things you want to go to, but I have a feeling every single one of you is going to stay right where you are, because coming up next, in about 5 minutes, is the EverQuest Next keynote. So that will be starting at 10 a.m. So here's your chance for a quick stretch break, and you'll see us back in a little bit.
Yeah, just a few minutes. See you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
in my mind from all that's going on. Trying to be right, but it feels so wrong. God damn it, I'm grown. Don't turn the lights on. I don't need y'all to tell me when to